Okay, the others of this bloody camera. They keep saying there's something wrong with the card. I think it's this camera, the card reader inside this camera's playing up, I think. Bloody thing. Hey, get Windows 10. I might have to get out one of my old Windows 7 computers that I had, my old that vintage-ish Windows XP one I put Windows 7 on. I'm going to drag that out one day and do the free upgrade to Windows 10 on that. Okay, preserve. I get to email them and then you got to wait for them to email you back. They reckon it's a 3 GB download. It's about twice the size of the technical preview. And my downloads are actually 360 kilobytes per second they peak at. Just doing some Steam games, downloading some games off Steam on my other computer. So yeah, I got 300 kilobytes a second download, so it's twice what I had in my old joint. Still not perfect. I would still like it to be faster than that, but I'm only 3K in the exchange, so there is a little bit of an issue for the plug itself though. Get the light on here. Got the router here in a nice corner. I'm not putting it in the kitchen because the kitchen's got the other phone socket and it's too likely to get wet where that phone socket is. This landline socket's down here hanging off the wall there. Yeah, not the best way to do it, but pretty old style connector. This cover was missing originally. This came off another the kitchen socket cover. I had to replace the kitchen one because it had a 1-inch square hole in the wall with wires like this hanging out the wall, literally exactly like this. And there was just a loose phone wire like that sitting on the kitchen bench originally. I wasn't going to leave it like that, not with a big ass hole in the wall. So I got a proper RJ45 Cat 6E socket and just wired the phone line into that. And that's a proper way to do it, and that's taking a lot of issues out of that connector. I might change this one in next, because it's a bit oxidised inside here. The actual metal contacts are now oxidised, and that's ruining my bandwidth. The internet was very unstable for the first couple of minutes. It was up this morning when they connected it. So yeah, it's very dodgy. It's better now, but that's because I pulled the socket out and just wobbled it and just plugged it in and out to try and clean it a little bit, and it's better. I got 300 kilobytes per second now. It's a lot. It's staying at that. It's peaking and staying at that, and not dropping out. So, dust there. It's better. This is 802.11ac Wi-Fi router too. This is latest and greatest. So this will be really good when the NBN comes in. This will be epic with the NBN. 802.11ac Wi-Fi is almost as good as an Ethernet cable apparently. So yeah, it's not too bad. Wi-Fi speed, but if you really want to get the best of the best speed, you just use an Ethernet cable. But I really can't. Really, this is I can't. So 802.11ac Wi-Fi is the next best thing. The new kitchen in. The old kitchen was original 70s vintage, or 1980. The house was built, say early 80s vintage. The original floor had this stuck over the top of it. Is Chinese wood. But the wood, this kit from Bunnings is assembled in Melbourne, but the wood all comes from China. All this stuff here is all plastic and it's been shrink wrapped. That's all that is all done in China, but the kit itself was put together in Melbourne. Dishwasher, LG, Korean made. It's a pretty solid little unit. It's not too bad. I would have preferred my old Dishlex, but sadly I couldn't keep that. I had to go with the other house. It needs a bit of a clean though. The filter was filthy, so that's going to get a good clean out. I have to run some vinegar and finish Powerball tablets through this thing to get that crap out of it. I'm stuck with that for now for cooking. To the stove's put in. The original stove was crap. It was a side-by-side 1998 era Chef with 3 working hot plates and a mouse behind one of them and chewed the wire when it got fried. That's probably why only 3 hot plates worked. And the oven worked, but yeah, it was just a shitty setup. You had the oven here and the stove next to it. It was an upright, it was being converted to a side by side. The exhaust fan I kept the motor only because it's a Lenco brand exhaust fan. The motor was a high quality sealed unit, so I kept that, but the rest of it crumbled away. It was weak Bakelite like plastic, melamine. Want to block that hole off, fix this up. That's for the oven. We'll still need that just for the oven. And this is for the gas cooktop. Yeah, you've got to have natural gas. It's just beats electric. We're going to get a double put there. That's staying. Maybe a double there. Double power point. A double power point put there. That's gone back up there for the range hood to plug into. That's a proper tap for the dishwasher. The way it was before was just pathetic. Had a really cheap ass tap from Bunnings there and it was dripped a bit. Plus the original kitchen was full of bloody that old chipboard, and it was just had lino stapled to it from the previous owners. Stuffed anyway. The top of the old kitchen, the bench top, was stuffed. It was all pulling up and delaminating. That's gone. This new kitchen will add value and look much better. The original sinks out there, I've got some brass or Metal Magic stainless steel polish and buffed it up. And it looks much better. Got the drains cleaned and gurneyed out because they were filthy. The phone line I fixed up. As I had that hole literally, and this was hanging out over here like that. That's how it was. I just left it like that and kept using it. So I've got my termination for the Cat 6E to RJ45. Data crap from Bunnings unfortunately, but for this one thing it should be okay. For power points, always stick the Clipsal. So I've got the brown. The black wires going into the brown and brown stripe white is not used. Solid blue is where my black wires going into. Blue stripe white is the red. White wires going into the orange stripe white. And the blue wires going into the green stripe white. So that's a colour code I figured out to convert from the Cat 6E to RJ45 telephone cable. And they'll be all tiled, and that's going on the tile. It'll be a nice neat socket, a lot better than what it was. Hey Max. That's all going back in. That's all been bleached and bleached and bleached. I had to run bleach through the scent drains as soon as I moved in, because the scent drains are filthy grease traps. There's our happy cats. Here I'm purring there. Stuff on the easement. This is all going to be poured out. Stuff's going to be stored behind here. May put a veranda thing set up here, or do what the neighbours got. That would be a good idea. A nice shed like that would fit here. But I think we might be in trouble that either the easement is on that side, or there's an easement here. Hopefully the easement's on that side behind his shed. There's about a metre and a half between his shed and that fence. So I think that's where the actual easement is, which we can't build on. That's got to come out. They're coming out. Trailers there, my utes there. That was for a set of Christmas lights. But I cut the cord off it because the Christmas lights didn't work. The batteries I think are okay. I'm going to wire a USB cable up to it. It's actually a 4.5 volt output, which is good for charging iPhones and smartphones and related devices. So I'm going to wire up a USB wire to that and have a solar phone and tablet charger. Make use of that. Quite neat. I've got to buy one of those solar panels too, a big 12 volt one for my car and the tractors too, because they need they're going to sit and not get used now, so I charge them. That's got to come out. Other than that, just got to tidy the place up and that's it. Kitchen, the bathroom floors will be done and it'll look quite nice when it's all done. All my stuff's in here. The battery tester in there. The acid tester, the charger and everything's in there. It's quite a nice cabinet, this. Got all my main stuff in here which I use. All the important stuff's here. Anyway, that'll be enough for now. Thanks for watching.